So let's go back to election results now. Russ Mitchell is over in Studio B with a little bit more in-depth look at that.
All right, Betsy, thanks a lot. Let's talk about today's vote with Mark Naymik, the managing editor of Signal Cleveland. Mark, as always, it is great to see you. The nation watching Ohio tonight, finding it fascinating that Ohio, a state that voted for Donald Trump twice, that elected Mike DeWine and Jim Jordan, today voted to put abortion rights in the Constitution and legalize recreational marijuana. In your mind, what does this say about Ohio in 2023?
Politically, it's a big deal, and I wouldn't be surprised if those Republican candidates that Betsy just mentioned even bring it up. President Biden, as you know, tonight has been talking about it. It says that there's a lot of anger left over from the 2022 decision by the U.S. Supreme Court to strike down Roe versus Wade. This is a sign of some Democratic strength in, as you point out, a very red state. Not too far away in Kentucky, you've got a governor-elect that's a Democrat. People are looking at this as some momentum. But let's be honest here. In Ohio, Democrats have not been faring well statewide. But this says there is something there because there are, looking at the county-by-county breakdown, there are members of both parties that support it, enshrining abortion rights in this state constitution.
When it comes to issue one, there are already rumblings in Columbus on altering this somewhat. I'm going to read a quote from Ohio Speaker Jason Stevens, a Republican, who said tonight, "The legislature has multiple paths that we will explore to continue to protect innocent life. This is not the end of the conversation." So how nasty is this fight about to get as we move
It's
forward?
going to get nasty, and they've been hinting at this for a while because the polls have been showing strong support for abortion rights. They have two options, Russ, or multiple, but let's talk about two. One would be, as state legislators, they have the power to go ahead and put another statewide constitution on the ballot, and maybe they throw in some restrictions that are less restrictive than what they currently had. They could try to ask voters. So that's one option. The other option is to play around and try to restrict what the amendment doesn't do, which is it guarantees abortion rights through viability, roughly 22 weeks. And after that, only in the case of the health of the mother with the doctor's consent, but there's areas there that they could chip away at to try to put more restriction on it. Politically, though, is where this is going to start. I thought their messaging was a little bit all over. The groups opposing this rights, they were looking at lots of things in there that may be rethought in the next round.
And very quickly, some of the mechanics used also to kind of water down issue 2 in Columbus as well?
Yes, issue 2, lawmakers can go ahead and start changing that tomorrow because that is not a constitution. They can go ahead and pass laws that change all of it or some of it.
Fascinating day. Mark Naymik, as always. Thanks a lot.